hands palm up and just let the energy wash over you and through you.
Hi everybody, how are you doing? One sec. That goes there, that goes there. Hi. Hi, how are you all doing? Okay, ready. Oh, too bright. I've moved my camera. So hang on, it's too high. That's better. There we go. Hi everyone. Welcome to the demo drop. Good to see you all. I hope you are having a good week so far, whatever you're doing. I won't be here next Tuesday because I am in South Africa, in Cape Town, DJing. So So I'll be there for a week. I'm going to take my laptop with me. If I get a good signal, I'll try and do some streaming while I'm out there. But yeah, we won't be here next week. But yeah, we've got a few really good entries for today. We've got Donny Donkers, Spinball, which is Ferg 94. We've got Lee McNeil, Hartshorn, Alpha A, Duncan Newell and Ashley Waters, Rossi, JLF, Aaron Jones, Campbell, not all in that order, but these are the names of those of you who are on tonight's show. So welcome in. Hi Weavy. Hope you're good. Hi Grouse Beats. Hello Dykes. JLF. It's been really warm today, hasn't it? There's Hartshorn chocolate. Chocolate. Good to see you, mate. You sweet like chocolate boy. So without further ado, we will get started. As I've just been mentioning, Hartshorn. I'll put you on first. Wake you all up. So here we go. This is Hartshorn and Harmony.
With every smile you heal my scars, and within your love I find the light of the stars. With every glance you touch my soul, and in your arms I'm finally whole. With every glance you touch my heart, touch my heart. You set me free with harmony.
May, what a masterpiece. I really, really dig this. My melody just spit on that thing. There you go. Wise words. Heart Sean. You should be very proud of yourself. I really like this. Great vocal. Very interesting. Constantly evolving. And very uplifting. Everything I'd want from a Hartshorn track. So, yeah. Guys, make sure you are following Hartshorn. I've given you the SoundCloud link. I'll give it you again. There you go. Go and follow. And follow him on Twitch as well. He's in the chat right now. Make sure you go and follow him. Yeah, I loved it. Very, very, very uplifting. Really, really good, mate. Thank you. So, yeah, welcome in, everybody. Richie B, I just want to say a massive thank you for 48 months now. 4 years. 4 years of the D. I really, really do appreciate you, mate. Thank you. Thank you so, so much for everything that you do and for being subscribed. Love you, mate. And also, if you don't know, I've got a little raffle going on at the moment where you can win a DJ session with me, a 3-hour DJ session. There you go. There is the link. It's £1 a ticket. You can get multiple tickets if you want. It's only £1 a ticket. And yeah, you'll get 3 hours with me. If you're not in the UK, don't worry. You can either come in person if you want to come to my studio and do the 3 hours, or you can do it online with me. So this is open to anyone in any country as long as you've got an internet connection and a webcam, so I can see what you're doing on the old ones and twos. If you're a complete beginner, that's fine. And if you're quite good at it, then that's fine too. So there you go. Make sure you go and grab a ticket now. I'll leave you that link again in the chat. It's going to be open until the 10th of July, I think it is. I think that's when it closes, and then the winner will be announced at random through the raffle website, and then we will get you booked in. So yeah, good luck, everyone. Hi, Katie. JLS says, is Dave Gray still mixing behind you? No, they all went home yesterday. The house is very quiet now. So we had the mod party. We did the mod party at the weekend. We're all still a little bit tired. I went for a 9-hour sleep halfway through the party. Must have been so tired from the week that I'd had. And I just let general bounce continue on the decks. I was like, I need to go to bed. I'm just so tired. You can, Rennie. Rennie, you should definitely enter, and then you'll start to learn how to DJ then. Especially with all your musical knowledge. But yeah, make sure you grab yourselves a ticket, gang. And also, if you can, or if you want to, it's my birthday. It's my birthday next week when I go to South Africa. And usually, like, everyone buys me gin. And I don't really want any gin anymore because I don't really like drinking. And when my mods were here, I actually got them to clear out my gin and drink it all, which I think they did a really good job. I think they drank nearly all of it. But what I have done instead is I've set up a Ko-fi goal, which you can go on my Ko-fi there. And I've set up a goal because what I would really like as a birthday present, or to help towards my birthday present, is a really nice camera for my live streams. So that's what that's what the Ko-fi is there for. If you want to put some money towards my Prezi, then you can. So yeah, it's what I'm after is a Sony Alpha 7 III. I can get a second hand one for around about 900 quid. So yeah, I just want to update my website, my live streams, and I think the next big step is to get a decent camera and not rely on webcams as much. So yeah. Hi Grouse Beats. Hope you're good, mate. Let's get on with the next song, which is going to be Donny Donkers. This is Fan Club featuring Donny Donkers, and it's called Burning Inside. Here we go.
Shower the beauty of
Reggae Fan Club featuring Donny Donkers, Burning Inside. I think that is Dykes, who is in the chat right now. Andy Dykes, one of my students. I am so proud of you. What a fucking legend. Another shout out for you, mate. Yeah, I really liked it. And, you know, that's whatever I'm going to say is mirrored with whatever everyone was saying in the chat as we were listening to it. It sounded really well balanced. The pianos were great. It was quite wide in places, but not like in a way that it would probably cause any, you know, issues. It sounded big. You made use of the full spectrum of sound. And yeah, really clean. Yeah. Yeah, live a bit of wide. I might have maybe liked to have heard the pianos a little bit louder. But they certainly weren't too quiet, if that makes sense. Yeah, it was all round good track and well balanced, and I liked the vocal, good arrangement, really good job, well done. Very, very well done. Personally, I would have said a harder main bass, says Stump Meow. Oh. Excuse me. Cool. Yeah, and this is I mirror against Stump Meow what you say there as being like a subjective piece of feedback, because that's kind of like the only thing I could do is with this is say something that I would personally enjoy or personally do, because technically it sounded great. There was nothing wrong with it technically. So yeah, everything else would just be left to will just be a personal subjective critique. Yeah, really nice. I think this is why remixes are so important to do remixes, because you know, when you hear a track and you're like, oh, I'd love that if it was more like my favourite type of music or my preferred genre. So that's why I think that's why I like doing remixes so much as well. But yeah, really good effort, mate. Keep them coming. Very, very proud of you. Someone else that I'm very, very proud of as well. I mean, a lot of you are in my DJ group, right? Or you've come in for DJ lessons with me. And it's always quite funny to me because I don't see you as being, even though I like to call you still my students, you're kind of surpassed that at this point. But, you know, I'd still like to, you know, maybe take a bit of credit for it. Even if it's not true, I will take the credit. So another one of these people is the amazing JLF. And JLF, again, one of my amazing students. You may have seen him on one of my student showcases, and his production is just ridiculous now. Again, super proud. And it keeps me on my toes as well. JLF's, I've had some good conversations with Josh about the different, what was it, the sampler that you'd got, the SP1000, is it? Things like that. And, you know, this is why it's been such a blessing and a privilege to have the DJ group that I have and to have this show, because it means we're a melting pot of ideas. So I learn so much from you guys as well. So it's kind of like not exactly true when I say, oh, my student, or it's not really giving the whole story when I just say, oh, this is one of my students. This is one of the people who I get very inspired by. So one was the last one that you heard there, Andy, Donny Donkers, and again, this is JLF. JLF's done a really cool remix of something that's quite relevant right now, the Hawk Tour. So I knew someone was going to do it. Someone was going to make a remix of it for in the hard house realm. JLF, Take a Bow. Let's have a listen to this. And by the way, I'm just going to let you guys know now that this is a free download. So I will leave the download link in the chat. Here we go. There we go. JLF. Hawk Tour to you. Hi, Blair Pratt. Some guy called Pete's in as well. Welcoming everyone. Welcoming to people like us as well. Yeah, guys, listen. Go and grab yourselves a free copy of that. Play it while it's relevant. Played at Christmas. Yeah, loved it. Really good effort, mate. Thank you for sending it in. Next up, we have got Ferg94. I don't know if Ferg is in at the moment in the chat. This is under his Spinball alias. And it's called 1990s featuring Aisha. Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Spinball remix. Here we go.
just let you know. Oh, when you're close to me, it's just like gravity. The way we're meant to be. Can you feel the love tonight? Lighting up like paradise. When all my tears and all my fears disappear for a while. Tell me if I'm wrong or right when I say that this is pure delight. 'Cause you are near and close to me, so just stay for a while. Can you feel the love tonight? Can you feel the love tonight? Can you feel the love tonight? Can you feel the love I just let you know that I'll always be the one to stick around. And if you say the word, I'll bring the world to you. So stick around. I could never let you fall. I could never let you cry. I could never let you go. I could never let you Can you feel the love tonight? Lighting up like paradise. When all my tears and all my fears disappear for a while. Tell me if I'm wrong or right when I say that this is pure delight. 'Cause you are near and close to me, so just stay for a while. Can you feel the love tonight? Can you feel the love tonight? Can you feel the love tonight? Can you feel the love
There we go. That was, I was going to say that was Malinlicious then. It's not. It is the Spinball remix of Can You Feel the Love Tonight. 99 is featuring Aishia. I don't know what the original sounds like, but I do really like this vocal. And I am, oh, hang on, let me just see. So the everything sounds great about this track. I love the melody. I love the riff. I like the everything sounds balanced. The only thing that might be in the way is the length of this track. And there's no like DJ outro. And then we've got like a bit of a melodic intro. So, and it can't be, I don't think this is a radio edit or like a Spotify friendly one, because it's 5 minutes 53. So it's quite long. So I would say have an arrangement where we've got like an extended version arrangement where there is a DJ friendly intro and outro. Yeah, it's extended, but it's kind of not what an extended traditionally is, because a traditional extended mix, when you buy them from Beatport download sites, would have the intro and the outro for DJs, so they'd be DJ friendly. This just looks like a very long, what you call now original mix or radio edit, radio mix. So I think it could be whittled down if that's the case, and then have an extended version with the obligatory intro and outro. The 16 bar intro, yeah, that's it. And then stick another one at the end. Yeah, 16. Mine aren't 16 bars. Mine are usually a bit longer than that. But I know these kids these days are doing very short intros and outros, which is cool. You can loop it, I guess. And I'm sure you could mix in and out of this. I just think that from a label's perspective, they might be looking for something that would be more DJ friendly. But it depends on the label. So, again, it's only advice if you were looking to get it signed. If you're not, then that's fine. 64 bar intro for the win, says JLF. Yeah. 32 bars now, I think. Probably more than that, actually. I don't think I can get there in 32 bars. I don't know. I'll have to check. What I'm doing. I know it's pretty quick. I know for Hard House I can still get away with 64. I shouldn't be vaping. I need to put that out my side. I went back on my vape again at the weekend, and I hadn't vaped for like 5 days. And I'm back on it again now. But yeah, it is better than cigarettes, definitely. But yeah, I am looking to give it up completely eventually. Naughty D. Yeah, it's I had an experience where I got a very tight chest a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't like it. So I thought to myself, even if it wasn't the vape, because I've been very stressed. I've had a very stressful couple of weeks because of stuff at home with the children, and it's all sorted now. But I think that stress kind of affected me in a way that I wasn't expecting. And I had a bit of a tight chest, and I think it was from overly using my vape. I don't think it helped. But this vape that I've got is like 3 milligram. These are it's like a refillable one, and I buy 3 milligram. It's got 3 milligram nicotine in, which is the lowest you can get. Now, what I ended up doing was I went and got a normal one from a shop, like a disposable one, which I used to do all the time. But the disposable ones are 20 milligrams or 2% nicotine. So 2% nicotine actually means the same as 20 milligrams, which is a lot. So it's a lot when you're used to 5 or 3 milligrams, which I have been. And I don't think that helped either. So I went from 3 milligram to 20 milligram 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, along with this stress. And I'm glad that it happened, because it alerted me to how much I like breathing. So yeah, 3 milligrams is nothing. But when I went on to this 20 milligram one, which I used to have years ago, because I'm not used to it anymore, it had this really bad reaction with me, and I'm glad that happened, because it just made me think, well, just give it up. So I've given up smoking, I've given up drinking, I've given up recreational drug use a long time ago. You know, I'm used to, I've given up sugar, I've given up carbs. For the majority of the time, I do have some carbs, but I'm used to this, you know, thing being there. But I wanted something, you know, So I was like, no, I wanted to hold on to vaping because I like having a vice. If I'm going to be good in every other area of my life, let me just have my vape. But I like breathing more. Healthy D, yeah. So I just gave it for 5 days. I was fine. And then at the weekend, I had the mod party. I started again. So, but yeah, there you go. It's a work in progress. I'm not going to be too hard on myself. So, but yeah, it was weird going from 3 milligram to 20 milligram. Hi, Richie. Adele Weiss. What? What does that even mean? Stim Meow says, I gave up smoking because it cost a fuckload, not because I cared about health. Well, you do you. I breathe perfectly fine on a vape. I thought I did too. However, I know that it's not true. I do some exercise now. Like I've been doing exercises every morning for 6 months, and I noticed that when I stopped vaping, I could actually breathe and run further or do exercise or doing the gardening, and I wasn't feeling out of breath as much. So it definitely has some effect on my ability to breathe, as much as I didn't want to admit that. And I was the first one to say, oh yeah, it's fine. You know, it was doing something. It was doing something, but I'm probably still going to do it for a bit. But I'm looking at, you know, phasing it out now. So yeah, everyone's different. Exactly. At the end of the day, if you were a smoker like I was, and you've gone from being a smoker to vaping, you were already doing the best thing that you can for your health. So go you. You know, the last thing you want to do is give it up too quickly. Because I gave up smoking like 4 or 5 years ago now. And I knew that vaping was just to wean me off it. So I've been clinging on to it for a bit too long. But if you're just giving up smoking and you're going on to vaping, just stay with it as long as you feel you need to. Because it's 100% better than smoking cigarettes. 100%. Loads better than smoking. Digital Industries, thank you for 11 months. Thank you. I hope you're good, mate. I hope you are feeling better. I know you've been having some health thingies lately. Yeah, like if a few of you that weren't here earlier, I am not here next week because I am in Cape Town, South Africa, where I will be DJing, and I will be doing a workshop over there as well. I'll be doing a 2-hour workshop where I'll be helping people over there doing their live streaming and DJing. Yeah, I am really looking forward to it. I'm going over for a week. I haven't seen my South Africa crew for a good few years now. Both myself and Guy play over there quite a lot, or have done in the past. And yeah, I get to spend quite a bit of time with you guys, and I'm really looking forward to it. So there won't be a demo drop or any shows next week. In case you weren't here earlier, we've got a DJ session, a 3-hour DJ session raffle going on right now, where you can win a DJ session with me, the D. It is open to any country, because we can do this online, and you get a 3-hour DJ session bespoke to your needs, anything that you need on your specific setup, whatever it is, whatever skill level you're at, even if you're a complete beginner. So the link is in the chat now for that. It's just £1 a ticket or equivalent in your country's denomination. You can buy multiple tickets as well. And that raffle is going to be open until the 10th of July. So you've got a bit of time on that. And then also, it's my birthday next week. So if you want to help put anything towards my birthday present, you can go onto my Ko-fi, where I am putting a thing together to get me a new a used Sony Alpha 7 III camera. Thank you, Stump Meow. So if you want to put anything towards that, because usually people will buy me gin, and I don't want any gin this year. So if you want to put anything towards that, you can pop it in there. It's like got a little gold thing on there. But yeah. So yeah, that's the Ko-fi thing, and then the DJ session thing as well. Get involved. Yeah, high five, Stump Meow. Happy birthday. Yeah, another birthday, Malin. I'm 40 freaking 2. Hi, C. James. How much is a new camera? Oh, gosh. So the Sony Alpha 7 III. Brand new, it's 1,500. Second hand, you can get them for around about 900 quid. They're not the top end one, because I don't need a Sony Alpha 7 IV, which is the newest one. But I've done a lot of research into it as well. Thank you, Malin. This camera will just change the whole, just everything that I do with the live streaming and with my own short form video content. It'll allow me to do a lot more really cool stuff, because at the moment I'm just on webcams, and that's fine. But the great thing about doing these streams for a long time is you organically improve and upgrade your equipment as and when you can. But yeah, it's something that I'd really, really like to make the streams even better. So yeah, if you want to donate something to that Ko-fi, just pop onto my Ko-fi and everything's there. So Katie says, Amber, you don't look 41. Thank you. Checks in the post. Thank you, Dykes. Thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate you. Absolute legend. Aren't all women 25? Do you know what? I feel like I'm 25. I still feel very young. But I like the wisdom that age brings with it. 100%. Now, next up we've got Lee McNeil, and this is Eye of the Storm. There we go. A nice short edit there of Lee McNeil. Eye of the Storm. Yeah, I like this. So on SoundCloud, you've got some hashtags there. BXR style, yep, euphoric, hard, tech, trance. Yep, all of the above. I think it's a great start of ideas. I mean, I wouldn't say great start. I mean, it sounds like a finished track. It does sound like a finished track. I do like it. Maybe I thought the leads were a touch loud in comparison with everything else, but nothing like that was making it sound completely unbalanced or anything. In fact, sometimes, I should be a bit braver sometimes to push a certain sound instrument and have it a little bit louder. I've noticed that recently with vocals. I've been putting my vocals up a touch higher than I usually would. So, yeah, it's probably more of a subjective thing. Mr. McNeil says, thank you. It was something for Discover. Cool. Yeah, always do louder voice. Yeah, it's something that I've recently, you know what it's like when you get into your little habits of stuff. And then I think I was having a conversation with Guy once, and Guy was like, no, these vocals need to be loud. I was like, are you sure? What? And I think they were even louder than the kick. I'm sure they were. They were louder than the kick and the bass by like a couple of dB. I was like, nah, I don't know, but it worked. It worked. So sometimes even when you've had little rules in your head, like mix everything, that mix the kick and the bass at -6 dBs. You got the kick at -6 dB. You got your bass tickling just under it, tickling the balls of the kick. Then sometimes it's a good idea to just revisit your set of belief systems that you've had in your head about your own production. It can be hard, it can be tough, just the same as it is with self-awareness and self-development. Got to go into these belief systems, and some of them, they're not working for you anymore, they're holding you back. Same goes for music production as well. The whole thing is a parallel journey of self-discovery, I think, when it comes to music production. So, yeah, sometimes it's good to just question why you do things the way you do. Then have a good old cry. Ah! No, not again. If you know, you know. Yeah, Lee, I love this. I do love this. I think it's great. Please keep them coming in. Send me some more stuff. I'm just going to read your messages as well, what you're all saying. Spin Master Cam, welcome in, mate. Yeah, I know I have had a message from Piers. I told him to send in an email of his track, and I will get to it. We just have such a backlog at the moment. So I want to remind you all as well, Kutsky does a demo, is doing a demo drop type show as well. So make sure you get your music over to him. I don't know if he takes every single genre like we do, but I think it's with a view to sign to his Keep the Rave Alive label. So that would be like your ravey, hardcore, reverse bass kind of styles. Hi, Sam. Hello. And also Gav Hobbs, he does a demo drop type show as well on a Wednesday. So the more people you can send your music out to, the better at the end of the day. Oh my goodness. Mr. McNeil says, keep your eyes on a lookout for my hard techno track. Who the fuck is Bob? I love it already. That sounds epic. Oh my God, it's Fat Man. Hide. Ah! I missed you too. Yeah, we started the demo drop a little bit later. I've actually been on a call with my friend who understands WordPress. and domains and stuff. I've just been sorting out domains and SSL and crap with my friend on a screen share of my website. I'm still not completely sorted it. They'd messed up. They were trying to get me to pay for SSL twice, and I'm like, I'm sure it's in the package that I've got of work. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's boring. It's boring, but that's why we were a bit late. Yeah, no worries, Danny. Yeah, well, I miss you, and it's really, really nice to see you, Danny, and I really, really hope that you feel better soon. Oh, nice one, Fat Man. Yay. Shout out to everyone on prescription meth. Woohoo. Brilliant. Getting high on company time. Oh, Fat Man says, I worked on a track finally. Techno. So happy to hear that. Make sure if you don't want to send it in for the demo drop, just send it me over. Let me have a little listen. Have a little listen. Yeah, and I'll give you any pointers if I can. You can get a prescription, yeah. That's one thing I didn't do. I've got ADHD, but they were like, do you want to be medicated? And I'm like, yeah, but probably not the best idea at the same time. Because I would never sleep. I think mine's under control enough, to be fair. So, yeah, I'm really happy that it's working for you, Fat Man. I really am. I've had it before. I have tried it, and it did help me to focus. But the part for me was it was just maybe controlling it and being able to go to sleep. But I know they have like the long release ones and the short release ones. So. But yeah, whether or not I don't need it or I'm just really good at masking, then either way it's working. But yeah, I hear a good bunch of people that go on ADHD meds lose their creativity in a lot of cases. Yeah, that's kind of a bit of it for me as well, if I'm honest. But also the opposite was true as well. When I have tried meds, I found that it could actually help creativity as well. But the problem was, this is just for me personally, I think the problem was that it wasn't consistent enough. It wasn't something that I would be able to control as well. So it would be, is the creativity coming out in a physical way? Is it going to come out in a mental way? Is it going to come out in a musical way? And I found that I couldn't really control that. Whereas if I'm doing it naturally, just myself, it can be more likely that it will happen. DJ Fresh Hex, welcome in. Thank you for following. I appreciate you. But also ADHD meds will be if you have got ADHD and you have a problem being distracted, it will massively help you to focus in on a music project, and just get stuff done. You've got me distracted now. No, these kinds of conversations are important though, because you'll find a lot of creative people do have or are neuroatypical. A lot of us are. So I think it's good that you have a choice anyway. I really do. I think it's really good that you have a choice. Squirrel! Yeah. Like I say, I think mine's under control more than I know it is with friends of mine. So yeah, if it's helpful, please just do it, and just get shit done, because that's better than not being creative and not doing anything at all. On that area of focus or creative blocks, that kind of thing. We mentioned this last week. I'm going to mention it again for anyone that wasn't here. There's a really good book by Julia Cameron called The Artist's Way. I really can't recommend that book enough. It's helped me with my creative ruts. I had a very long creative rut for months, and it sorted it out. I didn't read the book though. I have got the book. I've actually bought the book twice, but I keep giving it to other people. I've got the audio book because being neuroatypical, I can't sit and read a book without getting bored and then just not being able to. I've read it, but I can't retain anything. So I've got the audio book and I listen to that audio book most nights on repeat, and it's so helpful. So that is The Artist's Way. I'll write it in the chat. Julia Cameron. Yeah, audiobooks are super, super helpful for neuroatypical ADHD, ADD types. So, and as I know you will agree, it's not an excuse, but it's a reason why we'll find what other people can do quite easily. It is the reason why we struggle with those things. So I'm just really grateful that we're in a time now where this is accepted and understood in a way that it wasn't when I was at school, when I was younger. Yeah. Stumpy Owl says, I had a massive accident years ago, head injury, can't concentrate, audiobook saved me because I used to read all the time. Wow! That's the thing with head injuries. This is why you shouldn't get into fights with people for silly reasons, because one knock to the head may... Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about it as well. And I'm glad that you found a solution, definitely. That's crazy. Yeah, you know, you hear about people who have like hits on the head and then they'll wake up speaking a different language, or they have like an accent. Weird stuff. Or it can change their personality. So yeah, that's crazy. That must have been really, really traumatic. But yeah, I'm glad you're okay. We love you, Stump Meow. We love you. Next up, we have got Alpha A. Would you say yes? Here we go.
Would you say yes? Would you say yes? Would you say yes? If I asked you to dance, would you say yes?
There we go. Would you say yes? Alpha A. And Alpha A's in the house. This is one of those tracks I just can't seem to finish, says Alpha A. I changed the bass and the hats and then it's just my nemesis. Yeah, I completely relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people that make music in the chat will relate to that as well. It's one of those things where you've got to at some point just stop changing things or just say this is complete now. In this book that I told you about, the Artist's Way, it says about art is never really finished. It just stops at some point and you put it down and you move on to the next thing. So I wonder what it is that you feel is incomplete about it then, because it feels complete to me. One thing I will say is that you've got this shuffly polyrhythm, this one. Now, because that's in there and you've got there's quite a lot of swing to that. It's a really, really great part of this track because it gives it a lot of movement. It gives it a lot of energy. Now when that comes out, and you could definitely hear that at the end bit here where it comes out.
Would you say yes?
And now you're back to it going kind of more 4/4 and more kind of like rigid. I would have a loop. I would have a loop in here within that percussion. If you've already got a loop in there, try maybe swapping it out for a more shuffly loop. Also, I would add a bit of swing to the entire project if you haven't already, because you've got this very swingy polyrhythm, and then the rest of it is very rigid, very hard quantized. Yeah, that's what I would do with this, just to give it a little bit more looseness, but only looseness, not on the 4/4. It will just loosen up the 16ths, and I think that would really help. And I think if you did that, you would feel like it was more what's the word, would feel more one whole piece for when that bit comes out. I think that's all it is. You've got everything else in there. So cohesive, yeah, thank you. I was thinking of the word congruent or whatever it is, but yeah, cohesive. I think that's all you need to do. I think that's it. I think it just needs some more swing on it, because it's a good thing to remember if you have a part in a track that has got.
Did you say yes?
If you've got something like that in a track, then you need to make sure you've got a bit of swing. Depends what you're using. If you use an Ableton, you'd use a groove pool. If you use an FL Studio, you would put on global swing. And I'm not talking a lot, maybe like, I don't know, anything between 3% and maybe... Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to put any like actual numbers, but you don't need to go mental with it. Just do it to taste. Just do it to the ear. But yeah, some overall swing would just bring this all together. And I think this is where your problem is, because it's done. So it's a case of just not knowing what was wrong with it, but you knew something wasn't complete about it. Hi, Nikki. Hope you well, mate. But yeah, I think that's all it needs. And this is what this show's all about, is to help you gain a little bit of perspective and give you an idea for trying something that you might not have thought of yet. So yeah, but it's really good. I really like it. Really, really like it. But yeah, like I said, I think that's probably why you were getting confused, and trying to change different things, because there's nothing really wrong. It just needed a bit more movement to it. Yeah, but it's a very relatable problem to have. That's why we need each other to listen to shit. So you're welcome, mate. I'm glad that's been helpful. Okay, next up. I'm not going to be able to say this word. Ashley Walters. Ashley! We've got Ashley Walters and Duncan Newell, and this song is called Amalgamat. I'll put it in the chat and you can just help me with this. Amalgamat. I am assuming that this is like a gemstone or something, I think. The word. Amalgamat. Anyway, here we go. So there we go. Duncan Newell and Ashley Waters and Amalgamate. Yes. Amalgamate. Now, I don't think that means... What did I think it meant? A gemstone. I think I'm thinking of something else now. Amalgamate. Does that mean like bring stuff together? Yes. Combine or unite to form one organisation or structure. There we go. Amalgamate. Yeah, it had some really great parts. It's also a free download. It's a free Thank you, Fat Man. It's a free download as well. So go and grab yourselves a copy of that. I really like that melody. It was very emotive, very emotional. Everything that you'd want, really, from a melody within trance. Very well balanced. Yeah, I enjoyed listening to that. But yeah, if you guys... Yeah, Nikki says, nicely put together. Also, it sounds all work well together and lovely open synth melody. Yeah, and there was also a lot of parts to this. It's 8 minutes long, but it takes it well. It doesn't need to be any shorter because it's saying what it needs to say. And it didn't feel boring at any point. It was, a lot of work has obviously gone into this track. So yeah, thank you, Ashley, for sending this in. And yeah, guys, go and get yourselves a free copy. Next up, we have got Rossi. And this is Dreaming Memories. There we go, Dreamy Memories by Rossi. I'm going to start with, I love the name. I'm going to start with all of the things that I really like about this first. I love the name of it, and I think the name really represents how it was making me feel. I really like the sounds that you've used in this, Rossi. I think they work really well. And I really, really love the melody. And I also think the arrangement is great as well. Yeah, it's very well written. Exactly, C. James. And from a purely DJ side, a single note bass line when it initially comes in before changing notes would make it more DJ friendly. Yeah, that's a good side. Let me just have a listen. Because sometimes what I do is I fast forward it till we get to the melody. So let's have a listen. Yeah, so the beginning it does go straight into the bass movements. So yeah, that's actually something that I've not thought about before. Yeah, definitely a preference thing, but I actually might start doing that because I think on some of my latest tracks that I've made, I go straight into the bass progression. So, but yeah, I really like the arrangement. I really love the melody. I think it works really well, and I like the sounds that you've used. So stuff that needs to be looked at. So this isn't subjective. This is like a technical problem, which is easily fixed. The kick drum. The kick drum sounds like it's moving from the root note sometimes. So the reason why this is going to be a problem is because it will lose its solidity. So the kick drum needs to be the most solid part of the track for this type of music. So what we're finding, if we listen from you can probably hear it more in the beginning. Did you hear it there? We went from dot 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 dot. Let's listen again. So if you're on a phone, you might not be able to hear this very well. I can definitely hear this on my monitors. What I'm hearing there is either something's come over the kick, it might be a layer, or you've just moved the note in the piano roll to a different note. Now, I don't know if that's intentional or not, but if it is, I'd like you to think what is my intention behind doing that. If it's not, then go in and make sure that that's fixed, because it will cause issues with the bass, with the kick drum dropping out. Because on certain different notes, there will be a different frequency. So it will either be louder. I mean, I can see it from the waveform that when it hits there, we've gone up at least a dB, 2 dB. So this is where you're going to get issues with keeping everything balanced and being able to get a good final mix down. So definitely make sure that the kick is completely solid, not moving around. I know sometimes in hard house, DJs like to have like a layer where they'll move it ever so slightly so it will sound like the kicks are phasing and popping. That's kind of different, but with this it just feels like it shouldn't be doing that. Also, the kick is very boxy. Especially when it goes up here, it's very boxy. So I would do some EQing of that kick just to try and shape it a little bit more. What else did I say? The pads. Is that a delay on the kick? Hearing an echo on it. Let's have another listen. So I'll start right from the very beginning of the track. So can you hear there where it starts on this? It is louder at the beginning and then it kind of gets thinner. I don't know what it is. I think it's a layer. And then it'll do it again now. So it's doing it for the first 4. It's doing it for the first bar of each section of 8 bars. So I think that the kick pattern is following the bass line progression. Maybe. I don't know why that would have been if that was an intentional thing, Rossi, or not, but that kick, just stick the kick on C5 and be done with it. Whatever it is, where it's just that should not be moving anywhere. And you don't want any echoes or any delays on your kick or anything. You don't want anything like that on there. But yeah, I think that might just be a mistake that Rossi has probably not realised they've done. But it is, yeah, it's all the way through. It is all the way through. So defo, look at that. And then the other thing was, and Nikki said this as well, that your pads, I love the pads, I love the sound of them, but you could just do with taking off the attack a bit or adding off the first note, or adding like an LFO tool, some kind of side chaining volume envelope. Just trying to find them now. Here. Ba. Hear how it's dropping in straight away. Ba, ba, ba. They need to be ever so slightly more tailed. So we've got like a little dip before it reaches the full volume. I.e. a bit more attack on them. A bit more attack meaning adding the attack parameter. Not adding punch or anything like that. Just adding, if it was made in a synth, then just have it so it's sweeping in a bit more. If this is a sample, then just add an LFO tool over the top of it. And that also then will help give it more movement, so to create more room for the kick when it all comes in as well. No worries, Stump Meow. What else did I put? Hi-hats and rides are a bit static. So your psh, 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 your rides, your hi-hats are pretty much all right, actually. I'd say they're okay. They're okay, but the rides definitely need some more movement, because right now you've got your rides on the downbeat. What I want is for you to go back into that and put them, you can have them on the downbeat, but have them on the offbeat as well. But on the offbeat, have them a little bit lower in velocity, so it doesn't sound, but it will be, and then that will give it a bit more movement. So make sure there's some velocity on them, and also possibly add a little bit of ping pong delay, just a smidge, and maybe a tiny bit of panning as well. I think that will, and also maybe you could widen it a bit using something like Sidewinder, something like that. But don't worry if none of that's making any sense. The main thing is to get another, to get on the offbeat, have another instance of the ride on the offbeat, and just set it a little bit lower in volume. So instead of it being it's all the way through, and a little bit of delay probably, and it will just make it sound more organic. Don't have a lot of delay on it though, and if you put a bit of side chain on it, it might be able to like tail it in, but you won't need to really tail it in if you don't put too much delay on there. But I just think a bit of ping pong delay and another ride on the offbeat will just open that up more. That's it. You know, you've done the hard bit, which is choosing the right sounds and having the melody. Arrangement's great as well. It's just a case of working on the sounds now and getting them bigger. Rossi, sounds like a lot of feedback, but it's only because the track's good and these are all polish points to add that extra bit. Yep, exactly. I wouldn't bother saying it all if I didn't think that this track wasn't good enough. I wouldn't have put it on the show. Like, it's got so much promise and potential, and this bit is just tuning your ear to it, and the technical stuff you just learn through experience. So yeah, I really like that one, Rossi, so thank you for sending it in. Yeah, really, really nice. I haven't got Rossi's social media. Let me just very quickly check in my emails to see if I've got an email back. Please remember to give me your social media details, guys, when we do these shows, so that I can promote you, get people following you. No, I don't have DJ Rossi's details, social media stuff, but if I get them, or when I get them, I'll put them on the YouTube details. Thank you, Rossi. Next up, we have got Aaron Jones, and this is Mistakes.
your life from a negative to a positive. What's a story without ups and downs, valleys, peaks, losing? You know, you gotta lose, you gotta slip, you gotta fall. Everybody does. Take your life from a negative to a positive. What's a story without ups and downs, valleys, peaks, losing? You gotta lose, you gotta slip, you gotta fall. And you don't make mistakes, mistakes make you. Your life from a negative to a positive. What's a story without ups and downs, valleys, peaks, losing? You gotta lose, you gotta slip, you gotta fall. Everybody does.
So there we go. Aaron Jones, Mistakes. I really, really like this. I really, really did. I enjoyed the melody. Everything's very well balanced. I know this is the master that you sent over. Mark Sherry's done the master for this. Sounds epic. Yeah, I like the vocal. I didn't find anything, wrong in it at all. It's just, it was a really, really nice, solid trance track. So Nicky Adams agrees. My ears perked up just now, says Fatman. Yeah, exactly. The sounds work really well for this style of trance as well. It was just nice to listen to, and I'll definitely be playing this as well. Aaron, take a bow, mate. It's nice when there's not a lot to talk about with the track, because it means that, it's done. But equally, this is what this show's about. It is about helping people finish stuff as much as it is as listening to stuff that's been finished and going, yeah, that's mint. And then following each other. Yay! It's a nice tune, but like many tunes these days, too loud. Too loud. You mean too up front, so like no dynamics and things like that, C. James? If you mean that, then I kind of get what you're saying. Like music is a lot louder. There is that whole loudness war kind of thing. But I think it sounded really well balanced. Yeah, the loudness war is real. It's becoming a lesser thing now, though, I think. I think there's been a few limits on stuff, isn't there? But yeah, I hear you. I like dynamics. A lot of guys stuff is very. You'll find guys stuff is bit less loud than other people's because he prefers dynamics over loudness. And that's a good mindset to be in as a producer, is not to get too entangled in this everything being louder kind of a thing, you know, because you will sacrifice you'll sacrifice dynamics for that, when ultimately it doesn't matter really. It really doesn't. If you want to express stuff, dynamics are much more important. Next up, we've got DJ Campbell. DJ Campbell doesn't need to worry about dynamics. His music is super upfront and for good reason as well. So here we go. This is Beats You Ain't Heard.
Wine in the waist, chicks listening, don't mind if they hate. Great, flat man's none out to space. Dapper, real nan slapper, bang with the gang, call me a gang banger. Put this little date in your daily planner. May 33rd, that's the day you'll have us. Ever, not gonna happen. You man them lack passion, try and copy the pattern. Box man, not black, is it Manhattan. Flat man, snapper, off the stars and Saturn.
Now.
space. Pretty little things start whining the waist. Bricks listening, don't mind if they hate. Great, slap man's none out of space. Okay. Land in your face with 10 ton of bass. Pretty little things start whining the waist. Bricks listening, don't mind if they hate. Great, slap man's none out of space.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I think that's my favourite DJ Campbell track now. And that's saying something. Oh, I wish he was here. Mate, I am so... Yeah, I don't have a word for it. I don't have a word. I'm in shock. I can't even look at you right now. It's shining too bright. What was it saying? Proper nan slapper. Love it. And it is a proper nan slapper. What a tune. Guys, please make sure you are following DJ Campbell. Yeah. So good. Like, to get it was continuously evolving and energy was being added and finding new ways to create moments and keep the tension. And then when you're dropping it, when we've got to the next part, it's like you're just taking us on another journey on the drop. Yeah, it was great. Big hello as well to Aftershark official. Good to see you, mate. Whew. Yeah, I need to have a bath now. After that was mucky. That was so mucky. Thank you everybody for being here for yet another demo drop. Like I said, I won't be here next week because I will be in South Africa. But we'll be back again the week after. I'm going to miss you all. I'm going to miss you all loads. Where shall I put you? Let's go over and see Silence, because we've not seen Silence for ages. So yeah, thank you ever so much. I've had a great evening with you guys, so thank you. Do you take Dropbox? Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Nikki, honestly that's perfect. The only one that is a problem is if people are sending it via WeTransfer and it's going to be expiring soon. That's all. But yeah, absolutely. So yeah, thank you so much, Weavy. Thank you for being here, mate. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you being here and listening to other people's music and sending in your music, letting us, critique it. Yeah, I do get so much out of these shows, and I hope you guys do as well. And I'll see you soon. Please stick around for the raid. I'll try and do a stream over the weekend before I go away. And yeah, love you. See you soon. Bye.